Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley showcase. Let me get my bedtime voice going. It's time to put 2020 Hot Wheels Basic to bed. Good night, sweet prince. It's been a great Hot Wheels year. The rest of the year wasn't your fault. You did what you could, Hot Wheels. You've given us so many nice, awesome, cool models in 2020, even in the basic range, all the great stuff. It wasn't your fault, but I'm glad to at least have some sense of closure. Kind of finishing the basic. It means nothing about this year. Corona's still going strong. Election, bleh. All of this ugliness. At least we have these cool cars to collect and escape for a minute. So we're going to enjoy looking at these awesome models from the Hot Wheels 2020 Q case, and then we'll move on to 2021. We'll do the 2020 Lamley Awards, so we're definitely not done, and there's still premium coming out. Still a lot to do, but it's just something. It's something. We're grasping at straws right now, but we got it, right? All right, everybody, let's look at these models. There's a lot of cool stuff. We got the final new models of 2020 to look at. We've got some other cool stuff in the Q case before we move on to 2021A. But let's get right to it. I picked out some models. Now, something I noticed in the P case unboxing, or not unboxing, but in the highlight video, that a couple of the cards, and this might be something we might be seeing from Hot Wheels. I don't know what the purpose of this. I think it just strengthens. Well, actually, I think I do. This is what it is. Look, this is something new. Notice there's no J-hook, no plastic around this portion of the card. Maybe they have found that they can save money. It's got to be all about money, I would think, by putting this little plastic wrap thing on the back of the card. So I noticed like the ID still has the J-hook there, but everything else, from what I can tell, has this. So this is your new enhancement to the hook so that these cards stay. Maybe it's better. The J-hook can just fall off. Maybe this keeps the cards a little bit more secure. So I thought that was kind of interesting. You can see that difference there. I assume that's what we're going to see moving forward. A couple of them in the P case had it, but all of them in the Q case, with the exception of the ID, had this, from what I can tell. All right, so let's get to it. I just thought that was interesting. Whether you think it is or not, that's up to you. I wanted to throw this Roger Dodger 2.0 in there because it just kind of surprised me. I thought it looked cool with the black wheels on it. So I'm giving it a little bit of attention as it rolls on the turntable, maybe for a couple of seconds. Am I collecting it? No. Is it going in my bin to donate? Yep. But I just wanted to look at it. Wanted to look at it open. You guys can tell me if you like it or not. Done with that Roger Dodger 2.0. Moving on. 86 Monte Carlo SS. This is a recolor, right? Sometimes I forget that there's recolors of some of these castings, and I'll act like it's the first time we've seen it in a while. I think it was green, right? Earlier in the year. Now it's white. Like the white better. Cool casting. Kind of that old school Hot Wheels. Big wheels in the back kind of look. Love to see another take on the 86 Monte Carlo because it's a cool casting. But very, very nice. Or it's a cool car. Casting's okay. But I thought we'd go through that one. Next one, recolor of the 2010 Chevy Impala. I think the first one was blue, if I remember correctly. Now we've got it in this matte white. Got a few different logos on it. I think all designers, right? We've got Coils. I know who that is. That's Julian. Evans, Rococho, Jason. A few others here. I want to make sure there's proper shout-outs. BF Goodrich, I know that's not a designer. But that looks cool. Nice NASCAR version of the Impala. Next up, 52 Chevy. I can't remember if this is a recolor or not, but this looks great. In this kind of rusted out garage find, kind of old rusty farm truck, whatever you want to call it. Garage truck, shop truck, Mighty Max Garage is what it says. This is in the Rod Squad, so it says, it's kind of a hot roddy type of look. Love the Steelies on it. Love the green. Love the rust, which really shows up all over the place. Top, sides, and even in the bed. Very, very nice truck. Next one. Recolor of the 2019 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Debuted in white last year. Plain white with the front and rear detailing, which I'm always excited about. Then this really cool version in red with the 10 spokes. And now we've got this gunmetal color, which looks really cool. I'd take those MC5s off in a heartbeat put those 10 spokes back on with this car. This one just doesn't, that kind of thicker profile tire doesn't work as well on this car. I would just keep those black 10 spokes on there. That would have been a really mean version. So red wins, but that's a nice version as well. I'm collecting that casting, so that one goes in. All right, 2010 Pro Stock Camaro. We used to see all kinds of Camaros in the lineup. Nice to see this one back. Used to be a Super Laughlin, right? Is that Alex Laughlin? In this drag Camaro, he's got his name on the side there. Obviously, Hot Wheels race team. So kind of a nice meshing of the two, right? Kind of like Von Gitten's Mustang that we saw earlier in the year, which is going to be a Zamac later, right at the end of the year, right? When we get those Zamac cases out. That one looks nice. Love it with the black rims in that drag style. Cool looking casting to be sure. Another Chevrolet, this time the Corvette C7Z06. Like them when they're plain. It's just got the black stripes and the black roof with the black hood stripe. But yeah, detailing on the rear, detailing on the front, black rims, all winning to me. That one goes in the collection. Plain Corvettes, clean Corvettes, that's the better term. They go in the collection. Next one, recolor of the 64 Nova Wagon Gasser. I just see this casting becoming cooler and cooler. Just seems like, what is this? The second? What was the first? Was it red with black rims, right? In this year, so now we have the second one in green, celebrating the Southeast Gasser Association. I hope they meet outdoors and not because of social distancing. There's my scatological joke of the day. All right, next one. Now we're into the new models and the recolors. Loved this casting this year. 2019 Audi R8 Spider. We saw it debut in white. Loved it with the darker PR5 rims. Now it changes its look a little bit in red with the chrome PR5 rims. And yeah, it wins. Front detailing is there. Back detailing is there. Notice something right here on the front as it's rolling around is that it has the three, I don't know if those are stripes or what they are on top, but I know that they added those. I don't know if they were supposed to add those to the white one. Whether or not that actually happened just in production time, I don't know, but it is on the white one. So you'll see a difference between the two castings there, or at least the two versions that have those stripes above the front grille. Another recolor. One of the cool castings of the year. This is also the Toy Fair model for Mattel, showing off to vendors this year. I think that might be all virtual, but still, I'll get a Toy Fair. Big Air Bel Air recolor in white. Love the first version. Might like this one even better because I think the white is really cool. Kind of shows off the look of the casting and the really cool deco. I love this casting. Who doesn't love this casting? It's just super fun. Just kind of a... Was it Brendan Vituski who designed this one? Seems like it would be, right? His name might be on it somewhere. It's always worth looking. Even if it is... Oh, yeah, it is right there on the roof. I forgot. Right there on the roof. B.V. Vituski. Brendan Vituski did the $55 gasser, too. All right, the other recolor. This one's clean. 2019 Kia Stinger GT. Blue is great. This one wins. Love the gray color. Love it with the darker rims. Surprising casting. Surprisingly cool casting. Kia Stinger's not a car I think about too much. Who knows if you guys do too, but it's a deserving Hot Wheels, right? And it's really, really well done. So taillights look good. Front grille looks good. Really dig that recolor. All right, 2 new models to showcase for you before we get to the chases. Actually, let's hold those to the end. They're the better models that we're going to be showcasing. So let's get to the chase models. Let's go with the regular treasure hunt. Second licensed car in a row, right? We had the Chevy truck in the P case. Now we have the Dodge Viper RT10. I could care less about this casting. I don't like it. But it's a great regular treasure hunt. If you want one, grab it. I'll open this one. If you see 10 of them, leave 9 so that people can find them, open them up like kids, and see that symbol in the back. Where is the symbol on this one? Oh, it's on the hood. I mean, I guess the casting's fine. It's just a little old school, but great pick for a super treasure hunt. No, for a regular treasure hunt, awesome. So dig that one. Super Treasure Hunt I do not have. I hope to have it soon for the Lamley Awards. But if I found this one with Real Rider tires, maybe with a red lip tire if I remember correctly, and obviously instead of this satin kind of aqua blue, it'd be Spectre Flame aqua blue, then I would have the Super Treasure Hunt. I don't know if there's any additional deco. There might be on the hood. But Urban Outlaw deco, that's right here, that's Magnus Walker. So that one goes on a muscle car, which he probably digs. You can mostly associate him with Porsches, but we've seen this deco showing up all over the place. So really, really cool. I don't know if we've had a Magnus Super before. Can't remember offhand, but we do now, right? Final Super of 2020 is that Urban Outlaw 64 Chevelle. All right, the other chase that I haven't, that I pulled from the Q case, which was cool, is the, let's change this card around, 70 Dodge Charger RT. I guess we got to go that way, and I'm getting all bonkered out because I've got the lighting set up to do it the other way. 70 Dodge Charger RT. Pretty easy to know if you got the ID chase because the card just is telling you all over the place. This is the regular version. Nice this is the Fast and Furious casting, right? So now it's got a Mopar deco, which looks really cool. Obviously it's the ID castings. If they've been converted from basic to ID, they're going to do these chases. So I would imagine some of these other models, I don't know what all the ID chases will be for 2021. I might try and find out that list. It might be kind of fun to unveil some. But this is the final ID chase. Did they do it every other case, I believe? I think that's what it was. So this turns into kind of a Spectre Flame blue. But other than that, there's not much difference. And then the ID logo instead of the Hot Wheels logo on the side. And then, of course, the clear base, right? So that the chip works. So that is the ID chase of the Dodge Charger. I'm hoping maybe I need to get my hands on all these. I don't have all of the ID chases either. My guess is the Batmobile wins. I think that was the ID chase that most people were after. I don't know if we'll be doing a Lamley Awards thing on that. But those were the chase cars. So we had the Super, the regular, and the ID Charger, and then 2 new models. So both exciting new models, licensed new models. One, I'm going to withhold judgment still. The other one I'm really digging. So let's start with the Mustang. I'm already digging this one. And I always like to try and find some connection or some sort of history to kind of look at. So let's do this. All right, this is the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. Before we open that up, I've mentioned like with the Camaros and the Corvettes, and Mustangs are included. I like to collect the first editions for sure because they usually come in some sort of stock, either color or deco. And so that's what I've been doing. So this newer-ish generation of Mustang, there's been changes since the 2015, but I'm going to stay with that era of Mustang. And I'll show you the 4 that I have that are more of the stock style. So it starts with the 2015 Mustang in plain red. This one, what was it, 2014. I think this one came out with the case that had the Datsun 510 wagon Super Treasure Hunt. So this first version in red looks nice. Then we saw maybe a year or 2 later debut pretty much the same casting, only this time convertible. Same color, same wheels. Everything was the same, obviously, except no roof. So that one was also, I've collected, I think there was not a recolor of the hardtop, there was a recolor of the convertible. I have those. And then they got into the more fun versions of the Mustang. So I haven't collected them since, but I have, the subsequent releases, but the stock releases I've had. This one I love. This is the 350R, right? GT 350R. I don't know what year it was, but it says it was made in 2015. But I dig, this is where, it's like no large wheels in the back. I think they did that on the Super Snake. This one, the 10-spoke, the gray 10-spoke wheels look good. The stripe on the top looks so cool on the hood. The red and black stripe. You got the spoiler colored, the roof colored, and then you've got the tail lights done really, really well. I think this is still the one I like the best of these newer Mustang castings. And then, what was it, a year or 2 ago, they released the, this is the GT, right? Just the plain old GT, 2018 GT. Love it in that Ford blue with the Boss style striping on it, which I think is something you could get factory, right? And then the black 10 spokes, which looks super sharp. I love that they're doing the 10 spokes on these Mustangs because it looks really cool in the real life and it looks really good in the Hot Wheels. So those are the 4 that I have, and I'm definitely adding this one. I'm assuming we're not getting a Recolor. Maybe there's one coming in one of the special store releases. But here it is, and you can see some detailing I wish were there, like they did on the 350R. Now here on the GT500, the 2020, no taillights, which is a bummer. But you get that Shelby striping up top, which it definitely needs, and that Shelby striping on the side. So with or without headlights, I would have liked it, but the taillights I wish could have somehow shown up. But still, the casting looks so good, and there's those 10 spokes again, and that looks awesome. So that is the Mustang. Great to see that casting. It seems like every other year they're releasing a really cool Mustang. Now here's the Bentley. Let's talk about the Bentley. 2018 Bentley Continental GT3. Great car. Very, very cool car. Now, one cosmetic complaint, right, as we open this one up. First off, great choice for a model. The cosmetic complaint is pretty obvious. That just kind of nude rear and nude front. I like the racing deco. I understand on the side you need it, but you know, that side profile looks good. But I just wish we could have had at least the headlights done on this one. And considering the deco just like sharply stops on the back and kind of leaves this, and they've done it, they did the deco on the spoiler, it just kind of looks weird, right? Like just so incomplete, and it leaves a lot to be desired. Nothing on the grille, nothing on the headlights, nothing on the taillights, and that really, I mean, sometimes I'm like, okay, we can live with it, but in this case, no. It just looks stupid. It just looks stupid. Which is too bad, because I think the casting is pretty cool. Now, that's my cosmetic complaint. My casting, you know, I'm looking at it. It looks good. I got to see it in a different deco to really see, to really kind of judge this one. Because the spoiler does look a little thick. I understand you can't totally do it, you know, thinner than that. They've got to do these metal spoilers for safety reasons. So I'm okay with that, but I guess I'll withhold judgment. Like, let's see this in a better deco, because this doesn't look good. And I usually don't try and get too negative, but it's just too bad, because I think this looks like a cool casting, but disappointing debut for the Bentley. So that's my thought on that one. You guys tell me what you think. That is the Q case highlights. We're done. Let's get to the A case. Let's get to the Lamley Awards. Let's judge these best and most disappointing basic new models, licensed new models. Let's judge these super treasure hunts. We'll get to all of that soon enough. You guys tell me what you think. These are fun to do. Love doing these highlight videos. Bye.